back everyone for some more of my Sheffield Wednesday career mode here on FIFA 16. And here we are on Christmas Day of 2017. We are halfway through season number 3. And we are going to be playing against West Brom here for the holidays. And we are going to be playing that game, and we're going to be showing how things are going throughout the season so far. Which I'm going to show you some of that stuff here, which before we get into that, I hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. But you can see we are on top of the Premier League. Europa League has nothing to do with us. Okay, Champions League, we are up against PSG, because of course we are. That seems to be a team that we get grouped with a lot, no matter what FIFA I play. You know, I couldn't get grouped against Wolfsburg or Lazio or one of them. I had to get freaking PSG. Capital One Cup, we got eliminated by Tottenham in the quarterfinals, 2-1. And FA Cup, we're not even in the round of 16 on that yet, which I'm going to show you guys how things have been. And by the way, speaking of FA Cup, we are going to be going up against Fulham. But you can see we won at Old Trafford. We got a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, finished off the group against Celtic with another clean sheet. Got another clean sheet against Southampton. We beat Chelsea at home, which was a very important one in order to extend our lead at the top of the table. But, like I said, we are going to wait until most of the rest of this stuff until after this particular game. And I am going to rotate quite a bit here for this particular game. You can see I have Stevie May, Royce Wiggins, and Vermeil. I forget what his first name is, but those three guys are in the final 6 months of their contract. I will not be renewing their contract, so they're going to be walking at the end of the season. I should have put Tyler Bornstein in the game against Benfica, and I didn't, so I'm going to have him start for this game. And I'm going to give our Youth Academy graduate, I believe his first name is Pascal Tesker. I'm going to give him a game. Oh, he's not even a goalkeeper. Oops. I thought he was a goalkeeper for whatever reason. Sorry about that. That's kind of embarrassing. Looks like I won't be putting Tesker in. Why did I'm thinking of Sebastian Tesker from the Masterbucks career mode he did. I believe it was for Portsmouth. He had a goalkeeper with that particular name, but without further ado, we are going to play this match here. I'm interested to see what commentary has to say between Martin and Alan. But we are going to, let's see. I really wish there had been a way that EA would have let us keep the stuff that we unlocked from the catalog. I don't want our kits to clash, but looks like I have no choice but to put the away kits on them. But cloudy skies here at Hillsborough. Okay. Just want to double check to make sure the team is how I want it. Trying to think, there was somebody I think that won at game time. I can't think of who it was offhand. I should have checked my notifications. But you can see Stevie May, like I said, this will be his last hurrah. Same with Wiggins and Vermeil. But here we go.
Hi there everybody, happy Christmas to you. Thank you for joining us today. That's Alan Smith alongside me and myself, Martin Tyler. Sheffield Wednesday today against West Bromwich Albion. Let's look at Sheffield Wednesday and the list of their players here. Marcos Lopez stats.
Okay, I would have thought there was something. I mean, they did say Happy Christmas, which was pretty cool. Yeah, they say Happy Christmas over there, not Merry Christmas like we do here in the States. Pretty good West Brom squad. Salman Rondon, I'm very fond of him during his time at Newcastle. He was actually player of the season, if I'm not mistaken, when he played. Not the best of crosses. Actually, not. Actually, that was a good cross. It just wasn't a very good thing. As Marcos Lopez gets on the score sheet. I feel bad for him because Mario Götze keeps on whining about game time.
Far away, but it was far too powerful for him.
But yeah, Stevie May just did not. It wasn't the best of crosses, but it wasn't a terrible cross either. Stevie May should have done better with that. Taylor Bornstein, despite 66 rated, has been amazing for me. He may end up becoming a career mode legend like Houston Van Leeuwen and Mason Cooper.
Just want to make sure it doesn't go on for too long.
And the cross coming in. Pick his spot there. Off the bar and in.
Stevie May gets his first goal for the club in his final game.
When he hit it, I think he might have been worried that it would go over the bar, but it was below the bar.
Yeah, there should have been no way he should have hit that crossbar.
He actually meant to hit
There should have been no way. He should have been able to clear that with no problem.
He's loving that goal.
Restarting at 2-0. Alan McInally has got a goal to tell us about.
Here, BS with Alan McInally again.
Free kick only from the referee. Nothing more sinister than that.
For what?
Manchester City got that goal. Alan McInally was just trying to tell us there was not much time for Alan on that occasion. And that's the first goal of the game. It's 1-0.
Okay, Bornstein again.
Unconquerable, home or away. They're on.
Oh, come on, May!
Hit the post. What a brilliant goal.
May could have had a hat trick already if he... Oh, no, that wasn't May.
Well, scoring in any game is worthy of celebration. When you get two, it is special. And
who was it that hit that? I think that was Lopez. I was about ready. Yeah, that's Lopez. Yeah, I was about ready to rip into May, but no, but that was Lopez that couldn't hit an empty goal.
Well, they've widened the margin now. 3-0 they lead.
I forget what other career mode I did. I don't think it was this one. I honestly don't remember. But there was another. I think it may have been.
Well, the hosts come into this game
my AFC Wimbledon one where I was
for their record here at home, and it is
where I faced off against West Bromwich Albion at Christmas.
Well, 8 wins in 8 games. You can't argue with that.
Jones.
Oh! Oh! What will you think? I don't even know who the goalkeeper is. Is that Ben Foster? Who is the goalkeeper for West Brom?
And that is a real mishap from the goalkeeper's point of view. The striker isn't bothered. He's off on his lap of honour.
Yeah, I think the keeper was just trying to be a little bit too cute, too clever, rather than just clearing his lines.
I don't think we expected this. Such a one-sided affair, but look at the scoreline.
West Brom got promoted to the Premier League last season in a save. They managed to stay up, and they're enjoying their second season. I didn't even get to... I'll pay attention more to the table after this game. Villena!
Credit for trying from that distance.
I want to score at least a screamer in this game if I can. We got a pretty good lead, so I can go ahead and have a little bit of fun.
Free kick.
Why am I always getting a thing for a free kick? Okay, that's for us. Okay. I was going to say, that was against us. I would be like, for what?
Oh, that has to go down as a miss.
You think, Martin? What else would you call it? It certainly wasn't a goal. It wasn't a hit. I don't know, that was kind of... That's something you would hear from either Derek Ray or Lee Dixon or Stuart Robson.
That's another turnover here. Decent stop by Ben Foster, but not a different...
Yeah, that was Ben Foster. Oh! Here we go.
Here's the shot.
Ah, crap, we weren't able to take advantage of another blunder.
Hung on to the ball as well. Bornstein.
Okay, Bornstein. Oh. There we go.
And that's the third, the hat-trick.
So, Stevie May scores a hat-trick in his final game with the... Well, potentially final game with the club.
Well,
I'm going to say final game. I'm very highly... I'll be very surprised if a team does not pick him up on a pre-contract. I'll be very surprised.
I have to say it's so one-sided today, but all
same with Wiggins and Vermeil.
Olsen. The break is definitely on.
Oh,
it could have been a hat-trick for him there, and he probably deserves one too.
We'd have fancied him, wouldn't you? Because he's been playing ever so well, finishing well, but that was a bit of a blot.
A bit of a what?
Dawson. Well, now they've won the ball back.
Okay, man.
In the middle of the park by intercepting that pass.
And in real life, West Brom have to play at least one more season in the championship because they missed out on it at the promotion playoffs. But after starting to be honest with you, the way that they started the championship season, I thought for sure they'd be amongst the automatic promotion getters. But no, they ended up not turning out that way. Oh, that was almost an own goal if they wouldn't have paid attention.
Hung on to the ball well.
Yeah, West Brom looked real good at the beginning of the season, and then stuff kind of happened.
Who would have expected this?
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and...
Now you can cross it. That is a fantastic
Let me just take a look at... Oh, that's a good... That'll be a good thumbnail right there.
We've got here, Alan, is the away team. And the cross coming in.
Yeah, there should have been no way he should have hit the crossbar. Yeah, Foster with the howler earlier. Let's take a quick look at match facts. They got more possession, which doesn't really matter. Doesn't do them any good. I don't think anybody's made a substitution yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I mean, Lopez is a little bit tired. You know, I should have put Tesker in there. I should have replaced Goetze, but... Okay, let's see. I'm okay with the players I have for now.
What the first half showed us as we get ready to start the second half is that we've got one team in very good form and another...
Winston! Good shot from distance.
Corner to be taken.
Audacious effort there by our young winger.
Well, that's a good block.
Oh, that was offside anyway. Yeah, that wouldn't have counted.
From his and given the offside. Ball is played back to Foster.
Oh.
EA Sports continues its coverage from the Barclays Premier League, the fixture Sheffield Wednesday. They'll be host.
There we go.
And he's taken the chance beautifully. And that's another brilliant shot and another brilliant goal.
Well, they don't come around too often, but as a striker, I know it's a one.
I'll let him finish his thought in a minute. Okay, Forestieri, I think I'm going to put in there because he can... Well, he plays as a center forward. I think he can play as a camp. Yeah, he can. So, Goetz is going to be taking the day off whether he likes it or not. And I'm going to put Mendy in there. Gonzalez, I'm okay with leaving him the way he is. And, let's see... I may look to replace one of my wingers, I don't know. Could put Liam Palmer in there. I'll think about it. Not exactly sure who I need to sub on.
When you're so confident in front.
Substitution going on is...
But they're going to take off a midfield player who's really been almost a second striker, hasn't he? He's put so much into the attacking side of his play. And no wonder he's a bit tired.
Yes, certainly covered the...
Yeah, Lopez did not get his hat-trick, unfortunately.
He's also got back to help those...
Ooh! Put a little too much pepper on that. Very amazing if he would have got a goal. Saido Berahino, that's a name. And they got Fred, too. Saido Berahino was supposed to be the next big thing, the next big English striker, but unfortunately it just didn't pan out. Which I don't even think he plays for England anyway. I think he plays for another country. Ooh, good effort by May. May is filling it right now. Oops. Okay, Bornstein. Good corner! Not the best of headers. Sasso just usually put... I've noticed something this season. Sasso is nowhere near as good with corners as what he was last year. Or even the year before when we had him.
It's with Brunt, and he gets it back.
I mean, he is one of our default players, but you know what I mean.
And to you for interrupting him.
No, don't apologize. Alan McAnally always interrupts me every time I'm about to score. He can chill.
What about West Brom's next match?
They're playing Bournemouth.
Been a brilliant goal by Mendy right there. Not too far off. May is filling it. Do I really want to have him walk, or do I want to keep him? I don't know.
Got the ball in the middle of the pitch here. Wiggins. Well, as blocks go, that's a good one.
Bannon! Of course our captain would score a goal like that. Of course he would. Turning into Barry Bannon of last year and the year before. Has had a relatively quiet campaign so far, but blocked that shot, but our captain was right there. Good technique.
He certainly did. Great strike.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. That's something you would see from a striker.
Only one team enjoying this when you look at the scoreline. That's a foul. Free kick.
For who? Softest foul I've ever seen. No! Guys, I tapped the freaking X button to get it the hell out of there. Okay, what are my guys doing now? Like, our guys don't want to pass. And we don't want to hold on to the ball either, apparently. We phoned it in this game. Oh my god, that was the goal I was looking for. That was the goal I was looking for. Okay, let's see who I can... Okay, let's see... Sasso, I'm just going to put... I'll put John Brooks in there, why not? Give him a game. Because Sasso has been kind of a bit of a disappointment in this game.
What a strike! How far out was he? And to find the right-hand corner, that defies belief.
Substitution.
It's been a good day for this central defender, hasn't it? And he's getting a proper...
If you say so. I mean, I bet you money if I would have had Brooks in there instead of Sasso for some of those corners, I would have had probably double digits in goals by now.
Totally one-sided, really, the match, as the scoreline suggests.
No, I'm just going to go ahead and just wind down the clock if I can. If I get a few more bangers in...
Missed it.
Is that a corner? I could have sworn that deflected off a West Brom player. I was getting ready to do a corner because I thought for sure it deflected off a West Brom player. I honestly find it hard to believe Bannon missed it by that much.
Simple save for Foster in goal.
Ah! Can you at least head it to somebody that's at least nearby? Okay, Bornstein. I kind of see. How's your long? Ooh. Okay, Bornstein's a little bit knackered.
In dealing with it. Ball played to Mendy. Bornstein. It was an easy save.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
Because he was able to plot
okay, we're running out of time, so we're just gonna go ahead and keep the ball now.
Added time here. Gonzalez. He spotted a teammate and he's got the technique as well as the
Okay,
vision.
let's go ahead and just keep the ball now. We've done our damage. And we keep our lead on top of the Premier League.
Out of their misery, the other team high on celebrations.
I think we have like a 13-point lead over Chelsea, so
The other team hasn't.
I do need to change kit numbers too, because these high numbers for some of my players are driving me batty.
What a brilliant performance from this fella.
Yeah, I'm honestly reconsidering letting Stevie May go. If anything, I might end up renewing his contract and see if I can get and send him out on loan or something. I don't know. He had an awesome game.
Now you can cross it.
I don't know. But I already have Forestieri, who's a really good backup. I mean, he was my starter for the past 2 seasons. And of course, I have Jackson Martinez, who's been lights out ever since I got him. But okay, Ben Foster has made 12 saves. Okay, highest rated player, at least for them, was who? Ben Foster with the making that many saves. Bornstein was our player of the match according to FIFA. And I'd be hard-pressed to argue with that other than Stevie May. So I would actually give it to 2. I would give it to Stevie May and Tyler Bornstein. But yeah, I have a feeling Tyler Bornstein is going to be one of those. He's going to end up being which Newcastle drew against Chelsea. That helps us. So I think we just extended our lead on top of the Premier League, which we did. But you can see May, Wiggins, Vermeil. I'm just going to go ahead and just see what happens. If they don't go anywhere, then we'll get and renew their contracts. But we'll see what happens. But we are going to take a look at the table more in depth. We see we have a 15-point lead. So I was right originally having a 13-point lead over them. Now it's extended to 15. Ourselves, Chelsea, Man City, and Man United make up the Champions League spots. Everton is sitting in the Europa League spot. Middlesbrough, Burnley, and QPR are sitting in relegation spots. And we're going to take a look at the rest of England here. Which, unfortunately, in these older FIFAs, you have to scroll over. You can't just push the triangle button and do it that way. But Stoke and Sunderland make up the top spot at the 2. Leicester, Swansea, Hull, and Leeds make up the playoff spots. Bolton, Coventry, and AFC Wimbledon are in relegation trouble. Bristol City and Reading are on top of League 1 with Brighton, Notts County, Brentford, and Millwall sitting in the playoff spots. Scunthorpe, Yeovil, Bristol, and Carlisle are in relegation trouble, and Shrewsbury, Gillingham, Cambridge are in the top, with Blackpool, Swindon, Leighton, and Burton making up the top spots. And if relegation was a thing, Morecambe and our FIFA 19 Know the Glory career mode, Newport County sitting at the very bottom. Just take a look at transfer history real quick, because it's real weird in this FIFA, in these older FIFAs. But you can see we brought in all these players. Sousa really has been the only one that's been disappointing me out of these signings. Gomez is good, Mendy's been awesome, Badstuber has been okay. And you can see I did sell Sabin Marino earlier. McGeady ended up getting rid of Lee, Boost, Helon, and Morsi about the... Well, Morsi and Helon are out on loan, and all these 4 guys on a permanent. But you can see down below, we have 20 million in the transfer budget with almost 300 grand in wage. Which as far as pre-contract signings, I'm still debating whether or not I want to do another season or not. If I do, it probably won't be until July. Okay, Nkulu, I could have got him last, or the first season. Lamella would be a good signing. So you got Gonalons. Now, you could get Lionel Messi in a pre-contract, but I noticed in these older FIFAs, even if you offer him a hell of a lot of money, which Ross Killick got 83 rated 23 years of age, I may end up going in for him. So I'm going to go ahead and add him to my short list. That might be a guy I might be seriously looking at. Kagawa, De Gea would be a good player to have. Gonalon will be a good player to have, so I think I might go in. I might go in for Gonalons and Killick. That might be my 2 pre-contract signings. But we're going to take a look at stats here before I forget, which I very almost nearly did. Our leading goal scorer in the Premier League is Matias with 9. Martinez with 7. Top assisters, you can see Götze, Martinez, and Matias each with 4. Clean sheets, Fabricio with 4 and Placide with 3. Community Shield, in case you're interested. FA Cup, we haven't been... You can see Forestieri did get 2 goals for us in this competition. Gonzalez did get 3 assists. Clean sheets, Placide with 1. Now let's look at the Champions Cup. We have 3 clean sheets for Fabricio, 1 for Placide. Most assists are Gomez on top with 6. Susaeta and Götze are on the list as well. Martinez and Forestieri both are double digits, which is very awesome to see. And like I said, and you see Götze with 4. But yeah, like I said at the very beginning, we are up against PSG in the round of 16, which what I'll be doing is I'll be simming every first leg, and I'll be playing every second leg. So the second leg isn't until March. Holy hell! So the next episode will be March 14th. But before we do that, I am going to take a look at a squad here real quick, just to take a look at stats and attributes. If there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. Marnik, that's what his name was. I almost said Merrick, but that wouldn't have been right. But Vermeil, Wiggins, and May, I'm just going to see what happens with them. Eight clean sheets with Fabricio. Ten and 6 through 23 for Götze. 14 and 0 through 16 for Forestieri. See a bunch of our youth players. $19 and 4 through 20 for Jackson Martinez. That's pretty good. And then we're going to take a look at attributes. Again, if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. But yeah, I do plan on making those 2 pre-contract signings. Hopefully it won't cost me an arm or a leg to do that, but... I mean, we do have $20 million in a transfer budget, and we got almost $300 grand in wages, so... Hopefully it doesn't cost me any more than $250 in wages, and then the rest of the money will be going towards... renewing contracts. Just after this, I'm just going to see if there's anything else I'm forgetting to talk about, or... Because we are going about a half-hour mark. Oh, I do want to show more depth of the Champions League, too, before I get... Because that is where we're going to be doing and playing the next episode. We are going to be in the middle of March for that, so... But I'm going to look at the news feed real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and look at the... Champions League tables, because I did not show that yet. But yeah, good thing about these older FIFAs is that it actually shows you the stats of the players out on loan. Those were West Brom's kits in FIFA 15. You can see a bunch of our look, almost a whole team. I don't know who Matthias Boussarts is for Man City. A Yellow Boston, I've heard of him, but all of our players here are on the Star Performers of the Week. You see Tottenham down in 15th, despite us selling our Adja Nuhiu to him. He's not really helping Spurs out very much. West Brom is up to 6th. I didn't realize they were that high in the table. So we knocked out a pretty good team. But we're going to switch the table. We are going to take a look. You can see Barcelona and Lazio get out of Group A. Ourselves and Benfica getting out of Group B rather comfortably. PSV and Celtic not really giving us much competition there. Chelsea and Valencia get out of Group D. Olympic Lyon finishing ahead of Manchester United. That's interesting. Fair play to Schalke for finishing ahead of PSG in Group E. Atletico Madrid and Juve up in Group F. Wolfsburg fair play to them, finishing ahead of Real Madrid in Group G. And Bayern and AC Milan Group H, no real surprise there. But yeah, next time I see you guys, we will be taking on PSG. And if this tree is to be trusted, we will be taking on the winner of Bayern Munich and Valencia. Though I do think it's random though, so we'll just see what happens. But let me see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about here real quick. Opening chance, I bet it was 37. I'm just going to go ahead. Let's do that. But like I said, I am going to make those 2 pre-contract signings. Where do I go for shortlist? Oh, there it is. But yeah, we'll be getting... Oh, I still have Nkulu on there, which I don't think I'm going to get him. I'm going to be going in for Killock and Gonalons. So, I do believe he can play as a center mid, hopefully. No, he doesn't. He can play as a CDM or a center back. Though, I'm probably going to be playing him as a center mid. And if need be, I will put him in that center back position. But regardless, I will be going in for him and Killock off camera. And like I said, the next time I see you guys, we'll be taking on PSG on March 14th. Hope you guys looking forward to that as well as the rest of the season. And like I said before, if I do decide to do a 4th season, that probably won't be until July. But as far as I'm concerned, there are only 4 more episodes left in the season. They will be all Champions League second legs up until the finals should we reach that point. So, and I'm not showing us winning the Premier League or even the FA Cup should we win it, because I've already showed that on camera, so I'm not even going to bother with that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.